So last time we added tiny little dancing flowers, right? Simple foliage that we made from start to finish, and it's important and it's cool to understand the whole process. What I'm going to do now is actually show you guys how to use the foliage editor. If you've not used it before, it's really powerful. If you've used it before, then you'll know just how easy and powerful it is. So the foliage editor is this option here. And what we're going to need to do is, clearly I tested it before, use some stuff, is we need to drag our meshes in here. So for example, if I drag in yellow flower, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete these a second and go back in. So I've dragged in this yellow flower. Now down here, if we scroll down, we've got a whole bunch of options. First, let's just click and see what happens. If we click in there and pin around, we can see it's actually placed a bunch of flowers. I'm going to Control Z those, and let's scroll down and have a look at our options. So density. Density is going to be a really obvious one, as obvious as it sounds. It's going to be how many it wants to produce, and we're just going to pump that number real up. And down here, I'm going to change my scaling because I want a little bit of sort of randomness in my flowers. I'm going to put these down to 0.2 and 0.4. And this way is going to give us a nice amount of variation. You don't have to unlock that. It could have detrimental effects, but let's see what happens now with the density up. You see how it's created a lot more of these things. Now obviously bear in mind that we tried to keep these relatively low poly, but they still have something to them. So the denser they are, sure, it's going to look real nice once my shaders have finished compiling, but it's really going to start to slow the system down. So you're going to want to be careful there. Again, I'm just going to Control Z, and we've got a bunch of different options where we can change some of the placement, and we can get to align to the map. So as you can see, the map's got a bit of an angle here. You see how just leaving it default is already doing that. In fact, let's do a better example. Let's quickly put down a really big box for some reason. Just scale you down. Okay, and let's just put you on the thing down here. Now what should happen is when we go back into our foliage and paint on here, it paints onto the box as well. So it's content aware, and that's pretty cool. Now just get rid of view and go back to our foliage editor. So I'm pretty happy with that. And again, we don't want any sort of physics or control, so let's make sure. Cast a shadow, yeah, it'll keep it looking nice. No collision, cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the red one in here. So you can have multiple in here at one time. So for example, because my density is going to be really high on this one, it's mostly going to be creating these. But these ones are a much bigger scale. So if I click here, you can see how it's created less of the red ones, which the shaders are still compiling, but a lot more of the yellow ones. So we're just going to find a nice mix, and I'm going to want a bit of variation on these. Let me just Control Z that real quick. Density, I'm going to set you to 200 on there. And these ones are going to be bigger, but I don't want them to be that significantly bigger. And let's pull the density down on here to about, let's go with 1,000 and 700 on here. And let's put these down. And what I'm going to do is just give this a second for the shaders to compile. Cool, and that's the gist of the foliage editor. Again, because I've done these quite low detail, I don't want them to be anywhere near this big, so I'm going to just half both of these. And again, increase density a little bit. So 0.3 on you. And now, oops, I went wrong here. There we go, that's a lot nicer. And for the rest of this video, all I'm going to do is I'm going to put some more in here because I got some more of I downloaded the kite demo, and I've got like the whole sort of starter content in there. So for example, let's get some grass, and we'll pull in some grass into our foliage type. And what we do is untick these for a second. So as you can see, it's thrown some grass down. It's not detected my collisions perfectly, but overall it's looking a lot nicer. I'm going to take my grass, I'm going to take density down a bit. I'm going to add some slight variation on that, and as you can see, it's great depth. In fact, sorry, let's take the density up a lot more. Let's go 800. And I'm going to use a mixture like the grass. Let's turn these back on as well. And look at that, it's got some nice flowers in there. And I'm also going to get some of the other stuff. What else we got in the kite demo? I don't know what folder it'll be in. Materials, no, it didn't seem the right. Textures, no. Environment, surely. Foliage. Awesome, so we've got some ferns. Yeah, shall we add a fern to here? See what that's like. Let's add some of their flowers as well. These have got some nice white ones. And we have got so much variation in this starter content, it's really nice. That is boggy myrtle as well. We can even put some rocks in here should we want to. Some nice little gravel around there, volcanic, boulder, river rock. Should we? Yeah. And let's put one more kind of small rock formation in here. And we're just going to add in these rocks. So all I'm going to do is pick and choose which ones I want on which islands. So for example, I'm not going to want, in fact, should we do a test? Let's just throw some all down. Oh my god, it's too much. We went too far. Control Z. Oh my god. We're going to have just adjust those soon. But for now, let's just untick all the rocks and let's see what it looks like with just grass. Alright, those bushes, way too big. So we'll untick you for now, untick you. And you know what, basically this one's just going to be a couple of the Unreal flowers and a couple of my own. And I'm going to pump up the grass size actually. So let's take the grass and say you can have a maximum of 0.8. And I need to find these bushes that are really high as well. You guys can really come down in size a bit. Cool, you're on, you're off. Should we bring you down a bit as well? Alright, and let's paint these in. Excellent, so there we go, we've got our own flowers mixed in with some of the other ones, and it really looks nice. It just looks nice. I feel like let's make the brush size a little bit bigger. Alright, went too big on that one. Probably gonna go about there. And we're going to come back to the island, and in fact let's just scale it up a bit now. So let's Control Z, get rid of that, and let's scale this island up a bunch. This one's going to be a nice fire island. just so it can stop some of those collision bounds. And how nice is that looking? Especially with our like little yellow and red flowers in there. Let's make the yellow flowers a touch bigger. 0.5. Okay guys, so I'm going to speed do the rest of them. I want to give each sort of island its own sort of look and feel. And yeah, thanks for watching this part and how to use the foliage editor.